Relatable reviews from a casual gamer. Today's review is Cyberpunk. I loved this game. Overall, it was amazing. Side note, as a streamer, the fan base for this game is something else. I've never had a more positive and engaged group of viewers show up for a playthrough. They love the game and they love that I was experiencing it. It's like we're all together in this cyberpunk world, and the sense of community really added to the overall experience. Cyberpunk is an open world first-person shooter. You have choices in everything from combat style to gear to different dialogue options, and those choices throughout the game actually matter. Your playstyle and decisions shape the story and lead to different endings. The story itself is intense, emotional, and epic, while still holding an essence of fun. The game itself is not my typical style. I tend to play fantasy action RPGs with open worlds and lots of exploration. This game actually has all of that, but it's set in a first-person shooter style engine, which was tough for me to get used to. I see first-person shooter and I just want to dive into the action, but this game has moments that suggest stealth, exploration, and different side quests. So many side quests, but ultimately it's up to you how you want to play. The skill tree was very overwhelming to me. You have 5 different sections and each section has a ton of perk options, and this is before we even get into the cyberware abilities. This is the first speed bump for me. I have a max of 2 to 3 hours twice a week to game, so logging on for 20-minute sessions was kind of not going to happen. I could spend 20 minutes reading through the skill chart trying to distribute 1 perk point. This is not a terrible feature, it's actually great. It's just hard for a casual gamer like me to pick up quickly. I don't think it's possible to max out all the different abilities. The game encourages you to focus on certain builds and maxing out those skills, which is where the choices of playstyle come in. And this fact alone gives it so much replayability that it's actually crazy. Between this and the different dialogue choices, which can affect the ending, you can easily sink hundreds of hours into this game and have it not feel repetitive at all. Like I mentioned before, it's an open world, but I couldn't get lost in it like I did with games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Skyrim. In those games, I could log on for 2 hours and just explore the game, not do any main missions or even side missions. I couldn't do that in Cyberpunk. It was missing something. Ambient music would have helped. Ambient exploration music is a huge factor in the games that I enjoy. You can turn the radio on at any point, even when you're not in a vehicle, which is cool but not the same. Although the feature does add to the vibe of the game in the sense that you're a pawn in the game of Night City and forced to listen to corpo radio BS, so it kind of makes sense. Once I finally got the skill tree down and I decided what style of play I wanted to do, it was game on. I turned into a cyber psycho, katana wielding, Sandevistan, time slowing David Martinez replica. RIP David. Overall, I give Cyberpunk an 8.9. It really is an incredible game, and what kept it out of the 9s for me is my own personal likes and preferences for video games, not actually anything the game did poorly or wrong. With how much CD Projekt Red improved Cyberpunk with its updates, I can't wait to see what they do with the sequel. And that's my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you'll be around for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. Keep on rocking.